Okay, so welcome everyone to this new moon meditation. Today we have a new moon in Pisces. Just a few things, a few reminders before we get into the details of what this new moon is bringing for us. Remember that new moons are when the sun and the moon are together in the sky. Here they are at 20 degrees of Pisces. And today in particular, we have a super new moon. Usually we know super full moons because we can see them. We can see that the moon is bigger. Super new moons, we can't see them because the moon is black, but it means that it's closer to Earth. Therefore, its influence on us is stronger. So it amplifies the information and its effects on us. I would recommend to check where 20 degrees of Pisces fall in your chart. Look for the house where it falls, and that will indicate the area of your life where it's more active, you know. And remember, of course, new moons are moments where we can seed intentions, start projects, which is also when I was talking to you earlier with the detox period that I wanted to start. It's a good moment to do that because it gives you the moon that is growing gives you energy for your whatever intention you set to kind of grow with it. So the first thing that we can say about this new moon is that it has a lot of Piscean energy. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 planets all gathered in Pisces, and it's like big planets. We have the sun, the moon, Saturn, and Neptune, the ruler of Pisces. Let's see what the energy of Pisces means. Remember, Pisces mantra is I believe, and it's the spiritual aspect of water. So it's going to talk to us about our belief system, about imagination, also about oneness and union. Think of the ocean as one single body. It also carries the aspects of illusion and of dream. And we will see with the other aspects of the stars in the sky what it means for us at the moment. This moon, especially that it is in Pisces, can bring hypersensitivity. We can feel overwhelmed by emotions. Pisces is by excellence the sign of emotions. And because of its love for everything, its unconditional love, it can also bring an exacerbated sense of empathy, of compassion towards other people, animals, whatever. See if you've noticed some of this during this week. So the first thing that I want to talk to you about is one aspect that is happening in the sky between the sun moon on the one hand, which are together in the sky, and their connection with Uranus in Taurus. Uranus is called the Great Awakener. So I see this as an invitation for us to question our belief systems, but not just from a philosophical and abstract perspective, but also in relationship of our physical presence on Earth and how we coexist with everyone and everything else. It's actually a very deep question that we are being asked, because it's beyond the philosophical. It's our philosophical beliefs or just beliefs and how we manifest those ideals of ours. So first of all, what are our ideals? So perhaps revising them if we feel the need to, and how we're going to bring them into our reality. The sun and moon are in the middle of, like in the midpoint between Saturn on the one side and Neptune on the other side. Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, which talks to us about those beliefs, and Saturn, which invites us to embody and manifest those ideals, those new beliefs, and to bring them into our reality. And it doesn't have to be huge. Manifesting your beliefs doesn't have to be some huge actions that involve a lot of people. It can be small changes. Like if your ideal is peace, then it's to embody peace. I know it sounds a little bit perhaps abstract, but finding peace with ourselves, which of course involves a certain level of work that we do with ourselves. If your ideal is to bring abundance to the world, then starting with how can I manifest abundance within my own reality? And abundance doesn't mean you have to be rich. It means being content. Well, we can spend an hour or more talking about abundance, but it's also looking at what you have and sharing what you have from a different perspective. I hope it makes sense what I'm trying to express here. So the key idea is, to look at our beliefs and check that this is what we want, and bring them to reality. Another way to look at it is to awaken to the fact that we're actually sharing our presence on Earth with others, like beyond our personal beliefs and how we can see our lives, to look at our ideals as humanity, as a collective, as communities, and not just humans, as everything that exists on Earth, everything that is present, all aspects of consciousness. And by changing our perspective on what we are interconnected with, we change our perspective on ourselves and how we interact with others and our environment. So it's really asking ourselves, what is it that I value most when it comes to functioning as a community, or when it comes to how I direct my life? And that sense of belonging and relating to the other can be any type of other. It can be terrenal, it can be galactic. Uranus has very much that galactic aspect in it. I wanted to talk to you about a woman that I like. She's the woman who created the oracle we use at every meditation, this one. Her name is Lulumineuse, and she has started a beautiful series of drawings with a woman called Soofette. And they make drawings about what is the world upside down and the world right side up. And I find it's very related to what we're talking about here. What is the proper way to exist in this world in community? You following me? I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I will leave her the details of the account. It's on Instagram mainly, where she shows these drawings, and they're beautiful because they really put the right values back on where it should be, about how we interact with others, about education, about I don't know, conversing with others, like very simple things. But they remind us of, for example, her latest one was about when we have a discussion with people. She was saying the world upside down, in a world upside down, two people would argue about who's right and who's wrong. In the world right side up, two people will discuss to find the truth. It's complete different, from the outside, it's a complete different approach to how do I interact with others. It's not me versus the other, it's together searching for something right for all of us. And it's beautiful. These drawings and snippets of what is right and what is not correct are beautiful. And I wanted to add a little thing about the concept of illusion, which is very related to Pisces. I know, like all of us here have heard a lot about illusion and how we should go out of from the illusion, etc., and that our reality is a hologram, etc. I just wanted to add a little precision. The problem is not so much being in an illusion, it's believing in the illusion we are experiencing. It's slightly different. The illusion is the illusion, it's the dream. That's the, let's say, the rules of the dimension where we exist. It's based off that holographic reality where we experience things, emotions, etc. It's a physical body, etc. What's important is to stay aware that this is the rules of this dimension and not get caught into that illusion, so that we can start playing with that illusion. We can start creating in that world. So, and I know it's not easy because we've been raised differently and we are awakening to the fact that it's not that. And I know that sometimes we're clearly aware that it's an illusion and we can detach ourselves from the drama that happens in our lives. And sometimes we forget, we're just like, we just get stuck into the drama. But the important thing is that once you've awakened from it one time, that's it. You have a window into detaching from it completely. And that comes with training. And the best training that I know is to meditate, because that teaches us to detach from the stories that happen around us and to become the observer of everything. And that's consciousness that remembers that it's not what it is experiencing, it's just an aspect. And it's in the meditation that we create that silence, that connection with self, that really is our compass to navigate the game or the illusion or the hologram that we are experiencing. I think it's been a few meditations or a few gatherings that we had around the moon that I've been speaking about meditation, and I think it's gonna, this need to sit and connect to what our own truth is growing bigger and bigger and bigger, because this is where we can find our compass. Really, I don't see anything more important than that. We are the judge of what is right and what is wrong, and to be able to do that, we need to connect with our essence. It's really crucial. So, and this is a key concept for this moon, and will also because Pisces reminds us that we are one as, how can I explain that? It's also connects to what I said the other day. It's like we are one aspect of the divine, and as such, we have that compass within that corresponds to the consciousness that knows the north towards consciousness. So that's the first level of awakening that this moon is asking us. The second level of awakening that is really, really interesting, and for me, it's really an activation that we are experiencing right now. It's around our sensitivity and perception. We have Mercury that is connecting to Neptune and is conjunct Neptune, so they're very close, and they're both connecting to Pluto. And I believe that this is very positive for creativity, but also for vision, dreams, connection to the higher mind, and also to other realities, other dimensions. It's opening up to other expressions, yeah, other dimensions. There's no other way, other word that I can use that would describe it better. So it's a very good time to open and to learn to receive information from dreams, from meditation, from inspiration, from guides, from other realms, from whoever. You like, we all have different ways to receive extra sensorial information. And this moon is very propitious for that. It's very strong in that. And I see this as an activation because Mercury, which is the mind, is sitting at 0 degree of Aries, which is the beginning of the zodiac. It's the axis of the world. So it's a very strong point in the zodiac. And it connecting to Neptune is really connecting to the everything, to consciousness in all its forms. So once again, I encourage you to seek those experiences in meditation, or by writing your dreams, or by, you know, whatever way you already have. And if you don't have a way already to connect to other realms, maybe to try and connect. It can be nature, it can be having a journal. Sometimes things come by writing, sometimes they can come in music. There's so many ways. And we can do that when we have the ability to tune in to ourselves. And I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. We can perceive other realms, other dimensions, or other realities when we have the ability to go within. And one other thing that I would encourage you to do, which can be very useful, I know that because when I teach meditation and things like that, people sometimes have vision or have, you know, experiences. And I encourage you, when you have those experiences, to go beyond the wow moment, to interact, to ask questions. If you see a character, or if you see, I don't know, whatever you see, whatever you experience, to enter into the interaction with that, because that will build your connection with those realities. We also have Mars in Aquarius, that is square both Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus. So technically, Uranus and Jupiter are conjunct. They will come to exact conjunction a little bit later, in April, I think, just before the eclipse. But it's already operational. Their connection is already operational. And Mars is energizing these two planets. So it's really inviting us to, it's reinforcing what I just said about other realities. So it's inviting us to expand our vision of the reality we experience, to go beyond the illusion I spoke about, to awaken from the dream and to expand our senses. There's that sense of belonging to a bigger group. I don't know how to say it otherwise than just humans. We can connect with plants and trees and minerals and stars and anything that you feel a connection to. You can start creating that relationship and interaction. And I believe it's going to be activated and amplified in those days. Another theme is healing. Water is very connected to healing. So looking at what we have in terms of healing in the zodiac is, well, first of all, we still have Chiron and the North Node connecting in very close connection in Aries, which is I am. So there is healing energy available to heal our sense of self, our sense of completeness, our sense of worth, right? Our sense of being enough, our sense of I am what I am, and that's that. I don't need to corner myself into a definition. I am in my entire glory enough with who I am. That's very important. But we have another little planet called Hygeia, which is in Pisces, sitting exactly between the Sun and Moon together, and Neptune, the ruler of Pisces. And Hygeia is the goddess of Aesculapius, the god of healing and medicine. And she's known for preventive healing, and she can teach us how to take care of our being, take care of our body, emotions, and mind. So instead of, medicine to take, it's really how to stay in good health, how to sustain ourselves, how to, and for me, it goes beyond the body. It's how to maintain our energy in a way that we are in good health, that we can regenerate, that we can take care of our presence, our as human beings. And in that area, I think, there's a lot to do to change our beliefs about healing, and that balance is what creates good health. And that, I'm sure that here, the people who are here in this, you guys, and like us, we kind of know this. We know that health is a manifestation of balance, and that sickness is manifestation of unbalance. Therefore, in order to stay in good health, we need to maintain our balance, and we need to learn how to do that. It comes from our food, it comes from what we nurture ourselves with, whether emotions, thoughts, people we hang out with, things we do, how we respect ourselves. It's an entire new way of looking at our health. And it's essentially, how do I look after my life force? The Oriental philosophies who use like the Tao with the concept of qi. How do I maintain qi constantly flowing in my body? For example, or prana. How do I maintain a level of prana that is strong enough and that flows through my entire body, so that I am strong and in good health, and that I can achieve what I want to achieve? So yeah, like the news that I watch, what I say, what I listen to, all of that impacts our energy, and ultimately impacts our ability to do, to move, to achieve what we want, and down to our physical body, if we keep it long enough in outside of balance. So for me, that this is the key information that we have for this moon. I also wanted to remind all of us, because we tend to forget it, that we are experiencing a deep change in our environment. So it's good also to be kind with oneself. The solar storm, the entire energy of the zodiac is changing. We have big planets moving signs. We had Pluto earlier this year, and we're going to have Uranus in 25, Neptune in 26. And these are planets that are very slow. So them moving from a sign to another is a big change. And we are receiving all of that. So it's truly like a moment of evolution. So it's important to understand that we do need to adapt, and that is a process. It just can't happen. It just, Matthias says a lot that the body is slower than the emotion that is slower than the mind. So even though our mind understands these changes, we need to give the time to our soul and to our body to adjust to it. And that's very important. The rotation of Earth's core has changed direction. The ley lines are changing as well. They are getting wider and stronger. I mean, that's a lot. That's really a lot to be experiencing. We're literally bombarded. And I'm not even speaking about the events that are happening around the world. And on the one hand, all the acceleration of innovations, which I'm sure you have noticed in all aspects. NASA publishes something every other day, and science discovers something every day, and and conflicts, and that's a lot. That's a lot to be going through. So yeah, mental health is a thing for all of us, for sure. So it's important. What I'm saying all this to just outline the fact that it's important to be aware of that, and we can't function in this moment the same way we were functioning 10 years ago, for example. So that's that. So if I summarize this, I don't know, before I summarize it, do you have any question or comments or anything that you want to share? No, all good? Okay. So to summarize things, remember that water is sensitivity. So it's a time to open to new realities, new perceptions, to learn how to integrate them in our day-to-day, in our current reality. It's also time to review our beliefs and to go beyond the illusion and reconsider what is it that is important for us as an individual, but also as part of a collective. As a collective, not just humans, but collective manifestations of consciousness that are existing in our reality. There's a clear call to turn inwards, to listen to the inner voice, which is also where the connection to other dimensions, realms, places can come from. And yeah, and there's an element of healing, remembering that there is energy to heal, which means that's the Chiron North Node, which is continuing to put consciousness into our wounds, into the things that we feel are missing or are that we need to work on, but also in general change our concept of what healing is, and working with it as a preventive, as learning how to maintain balance so that we don't have to repair anything. So based on all this information, what we're going to be working with today is to work with our Ka, which is our let's say energy body, to put it simply. We've done that before, and we're gonna work on fortifying it, and which will strengthen our entire sense of state of being. Sorry, and we will connect in energy as a network, all of us, all together. And to do that, we're going to be using the flower of life to bring the frequency of this geometry into the work we're going to be doing, bringing harmony, the sense of growth, of evolution, and the universal cycles of life. So I'm going to put that on screen. And then we're going to ask the oracle what it has to say. Okay. this and the sound. Can you see it?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, let's ask the oracle if they have any further information. Okay, we have the light from the Incas. And I'm going to read to you the meaning. Some of us have been invited to explore more advanced civilizations on other spheres and have been taught about matter. Matter, as you know it, vibrates at the furthest level of permanent light. If you put your preoccupations only at the material level, you will move away from light and you will fall in darkness that will bring you suffering and sickness. We would like to remind you of the importance to relate to your true being beyond identity, the identity that you are wearing today, if that makes sense. You are a great spirit that is experiencing matter partially. But you should be able to take distance and come back to the spiritual planes, because these are the planes that shape the forms of the future. The ascension key is don't get attached to material preoccupations. The light acts from spiritual planes. Nurture them by elevating your thoughts and your feelings. It's nice, no? I show it again. All right. If anything, does anyone has anything to share, to say? No? If not,
Can you send us a capture?
say that again, sorry?
Can you send us a capture of what you were saying? You know, the screenshot or something?
Oh, yes, sure, I can. On Heartbeat?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. I'll translate it because it's in French, so I'll translate it and put it in Heartbeat.
I'm okay with French.
Okay, well, I'll
I
do
don't know other people, but yeah, that would be nice.
Okay, I'll do it in both, no problem.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's start sharing the music. So find a comfortable position. And we are going to start by connecting with our body. I invite you to take a moment to acknowledge your physical presence in your surroundings. If you are sitting on a chair, I invite you to put your feet on the ground. And we start to massage and caress our body, recognizing that it is the vehicle for the spirit and the soul to to act and experience this dimension. I connect with every part of my body, from my toes to my head. And when I'm ready, I sit with my spine straight and I connect with my breath. I place my attention in the areas where tensions might exist still in my body. I check my belly, my shoulders, and I roll them if I feel the need to release any residual tension, any excess of energy. And I relax my face. And I become aware of my pranic tube, which runs from my crown to my perineum along the spine. And I take a breath in through my perineum into the pranic tube, inhaling energy from earth. And I exhale through my mouth. I breathe in through my crown and bring celestial energy into my pranic tube. And I exhale through my mouth. I repeat this cycle a couple of more times. Inhaling earth energy through my perineum and releasing the air through my mouth. And I inhale celestial energy through my crown. And I exhale through my mouth. One last time. I inhale earth energy into my pranic tube and exhale through my mouth. I inhale celestial energy into my pranic tube. And I exhale through my mouth. And now, I'm going to breathe in through my perineum once again. And this time, hold my breath for a moment. And I exhale, keeping my entire attention into my pranic tube. I inhale through my crown. Hold my breath for a moment. And exhale through my mouth, placing my entire attention in my pranic tube. I do it a couple of more times. Every time, holding my breath for an instant before exhaling through my mouth, and maintaining my focus on my pranic tube. Inhaling first earth energy releasing it. Then inhaling celestial energy, holding it for a moment and releasing it through my mouth. And now I place my awareness in my heart chakra at the center of my chest. And I remember a moment when I felt unconditional love, compassion, and acceptance. I recall that feeling and bring it here and now, allowing myself to feel it completely and intensely. And I breathe in energy from earth through my perineum. And I hold my breath, focusing on my heart chakra. And as I exhale, I send this loving, compassionate prana all around my physical body. I come back to my heart chakra, holding once again this feeling of compassion and unconditional love. And I inhale celestial prana through my crown, bringing it to my heart. I hold my breath, infusing this prana with unconditional love, compassion, acceptance, and I send it all around my physical body. I repeat this cycle a few times. Holding each time the prana that I'm inhaling into my heart, infusing it with love and conditional love, acceptance and compassion, and sending it in all parts of my body. Perhaps there are areas where I feel this prana gathering, perhaps not. I make no judgment and just observe. And between every breath, I come back to my heart, holding that feeling and shifting my awareness from my heart to my physical body as I exhale. And as I repeat this exercise, I become aware of a golden light sphere around me. With each breathing cycle, I see this sphere thickening and its golden light getting brighter. And with every breathing cycle, I feel more vitality, more strength. I feel a soft, warm feeling of joy and well-being. I continue to nurture my entire being with prana, understanding that when I nourish myself with love, compassion, and joy. I can heal and recover all the parts of myself that I once believed were wounded. I take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And as I settle into my own sphere of prana, I become aware of those around me and see myself in the cosmos, surrounded by a multitude of light spheres all around, just like me. I see that a string connects me to the spheres that surround me. And as I bring my awareness to this connection, I notice a spark, and that both of my own sphere and that of others shine a little bit brighter. I expand my sight and look around, and I understand that all are connecting in a network. And every time I become aware of that, all shine a little brighter until we form a network of light spheres, all connected by bright light strings. I understand that we form a fabric, a web that is a single body of light that can flow in all directions, hold all perspectives, and move in waves, infinite like the ocean. I feel the quivering of any part of it vibrate in me. And I realize that any movement, any feeling, any thought that I have ripples through the ocean that we form together. I understand that these connections are in my path of expansion, allowing me to encounter my infinity in all dimensions of time and space, in all realities. And with every step I take in the stages of my journey of expression, experimentation, integration, and transcendence, I come back to this ocean with new information to nurture the journey of others. I take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I activate this information with the sound La. La, la, la. La, la, la. La. in that web of consciousness where I'm connected to all, I realize that I am what I am. One unique existence among an infinite amount of unique existences, all forming one single unity. I am. I take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I reconnect with my physical body through breath, by moving, stretching, and yawning. And when I'm ready, I open my eyes and come back here and now. Once again, thank you very much for being here today. I wish you a beautiful new moon. And I see you in 2 weeks. Thank you.